In this video, we are going to go over what it takes to operate an Airbnb business in the year 2024. We are going to uncover the unfiltered truths of what you might expect, the challenges that you might face, and how to ultimately succeed. We are going to dive into specific things that affect you as an investor, such as travel trends, entitled guests, and even marketing. As a seven-figure host, I'm going to explain some of the challenges that you will ultimately face. Also, I'm going to explain with specific detail how to not only succeed today, but into the future. First, let's talk about the increased travel trends. We have seen increased travel trends year over year since pre-COVID of 2019. But we have also started to see an oversaturation as more and more properties are being bought and or launched on Airbnb as well, which increases the supply for travel, but the volume of opportunity has grown as well, thus saturating the market, making it a little bit more challenging to survive in. The properties that are doing the best right now are either unique stays, and if anybody pays attention to the Airbnb ads or marketing in major cities like San Francisco or LA, you'll notice that they're just primarily focusing on pushing unique experiences. Although the saturation within these markets is increasing, we want to compete on value and experience. Price is important, but I have increasingly seen that the lower the nightly rate, the likelihood of a bad guest increases to a higher degree. If I'm able to create a value and experience, it allows me to create a higher nightly price point. That in turn creates a better guest. To touch on that, one of the cons to operating an Airbnb business would be the increasing volume of, I would say, bad guests. I don't mean to say that they have ill intention, but the wave of entitlement that we've seen within the business has grown significantly. This is more so common, I would say, on the cheaper properties that I'm managing. And that's typically when I'm offering a discount on, let's say, a midweek booking in the off season. Now, this isn't always something that happens, but this is where I've noticed that it happens the most. In comparison, I'll book out a weekend at one of my nicer properties for $500 a night for a weekend, so $1,500, $2,000, and they never tend to have any issues with their stay. I don't hear a peep out of them. The only time something arises is if there's a major issue. Back to the midweek bookings and the discounts, those guests, I think I've come to the conclusion that they're stretching their budget to book this stay to get out of town, and then they're on their hands and knees and just looking for any little thing they can to get a refund or just not give you a 5-star review. They tend to be the most headaches. Photos and marketing are still really bad across the board. This is why most people fail in this business. The whole purpose of Airbnb is so that people can eat with their eyes, because unique experiences are what Airbnb is trying to sell. I'm seeing countless times people are taking photos of their properties with their cell phone. Don't do this. Invest in high quality photography and editing. And I've stated in another video that I previously made, Airbnb offers a photography service that'll come out to your property for free. They may have changed that, but as of late, it is still for free. Time and time again, I'm seeing listing after listing where their first photograph is a cell phone picture of the exterior of the house, taken from the base of their driveway. Now, when you click on that, typically the next 5 pictures are just different angles of the exterior of that property. That doesn't draw me in. That just gives me no incentive to click further into that listing. The point I'm trying to make is we eat with our eyes. People need to understand the story you're trying to tell the second they look at that first hero photo. When they click on that hero photo, the top 5 photos should be the entire story that you can capture through professional photography and editing, that they need to stay with you. Ultimately, this is going to increase the likelihood that they'll click on that description and go further into the listing that you have created. This is where you offer everything to them, such as the amenities and why they should stay at your property. Another thing to be aware of is to stay up to date on Airbnb software. Airbnb software tends every quarter to update and add and or change things within it. I have personally been victim to this on a few of my properties. Apparently Airbnb added a few extra amenities, and one of those was a grill. They checked that for me without notifying me, and I had a multitude of people book my property expecting a grill to be there. I had to then call Airbnb, get this corrected, and then work with them to cancel some of the reservations because I do not have a grill at that property. The reason that this is so important is because Airbnb not only adds things, they sometimes accidentally uncheck amenities within your listing as the software updates. This is bad because it does decrease the likelihood of you being found, because when people are searching for those amenities that you previously listed, you're no longer coming up on Airbnb's search algorithm. Therefore, your rank is just decreasing slowly but surely over time. As mentioned previously, the things that are going to get you to an extreme level of cash flow, between $5,000 to $10,000 plus per month, comes down to your design and marketing. This is where you need to do your market research thoroughly. You need to find the best performing markets that you want to operate in. You need to find the properties that are performing the best within those markets and search out why. You do not need to create the wheel, you just need to reinvent the wheel. This is where you're going to replicate the design that works, and you're going to search out what amenities people are coming to those properties to utilize for their stays. Where are you located within that market? You need to understand what is so important about the location that you choose to be in. You need to understand what amenities are being offered, such as a pool in Austin, Texas, heated one at that, or even South Florida. These amenities are sought after highly. Understanding the direct correlation on the ROI of those amenities to your business is vital. Design is critical. It is the direct correlation to the revenue that you generate to your business. We aren't here to create a listing with pretty colors and just make it look like a nice home. Our goal is to create an experience. Embrace the market that we are in, theme out the bedrooms so that every photo that we take pops more and more, so that when the guest looks at our listing, it just draws them in. On top of that, Airbnb appears to be all in on promoting unique stays across all of their ad networks. I don't know if you've seen it on YouTube or any other platforms, but that is their main and primary focus at this point in time, such as amazing pools, amazing views, cave dwellings, tree house stays, the list goes on and on. If you have a property or if you're looking to get a property, focus primarily on those unique stays and those unique experiences so that you can match what Airbnb is already pushing to the audiences that they're trying to attract. Once you have this amazing listing set up, the design's in place, the photography's on point, you've just knocked it out of the park, it will only succeed if you have good management in place. Without good management, you run the risk of bad bookings, your bookings become farther and fewer between, and you get bad reviews, under 5 stars. This will eventually decrease your search results, click-through rates, and just kill your revenue. I always encourage self-management to start. I teach all of this in my coursework listed in the link below. This is where we teach you how to set up all your systems across Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, your direct site, whatever you need to get into it. We help you set up guest communications, automated messages, all the software so that you can automate your business down to dynamic pricing, which is vital to operate this business. Overall, I still believe that Airbnb is providing an abundance of opportunities both for new and seasoned investors simply looking to grow their portfolio and create a higher level of cash flow. I go over this again all in my coursework listed in the link below. If you have interest, give it a click, read the description, reach out to me, set up a calendar appointment. I would love to interview you. Do me another thing. Give me a comment and tell me where you're from. Talk to me about your journey. I'd love to talk to you more about what it is you're doing. If you liked my video, give me a like and subscribe. If you like to hear about financial freedom, creating generational wealth, stay tuned. I'm making these weekly.